Group 1, 11 a.m. 2. Topic: Sinkholes.
A pleasant day to all of you. I have a question for you. Have you ever encountered in your life that you were walking on a street or on a highway and saw a big hole like this? Or even much deeper than that, like this one? Well, if yes, what you saw is what we call the sinkhole. So, what is sinkhole? Sinkholes are also known as sinkhole, cenote, dolline, swallow hole, or swallet. It is a topographic depression or hole in the surface of the earth that can have steep, rocky sides, look ball-shaped, and even be homes to a small lake. Sinkholes are often funnel-shaped, with a wide end open at the surface and the narrow end at the bottom of the pool. It is often defined as ground holes or depressions. The surface layer gets collapsed and forms a ground depression, and the size of the sinkhole varies depending upon the causes of sinkholes. So sinkholes can most notably be found in karst terrains, which is a term for places throughout the world whose features are largely influenced by underground drainage. Karst terrains of the world are often categorized by features like caves, sinking streams, and springs. There are different types of sinkholes. These ground depressions are classified into 4 categories: the cover subsidence sinkholes, pseudokarst sinkholes, solution sinkholes, and cover collapse sinkholes. Number 1. Cover subsidence sinkholes. Large surface depression appears when the soil moves downward towards filling voids present in the underlying limestone. Number 2. Pseudokarst sinkholes. These sinkholes, as name depicts, mirror karst sinkholes. The difference is pseudokarst sinkholes do not appear due to natural disintegration of rocks, but by suffusion or collapse. The next one is solution sinkholes. Solution sinkholes are also known as dissolution sinkholes. These sinkholes appear due to the dissolution of limestone with water below the soil covering. And the last type of sinkhole is the cover collapse sinkhole. These sinkholes are also known as dropouts. These are abrupt ground depressions appear due to the massive movement of soil towards the underlying voids in limestone.
After knowing the different type of sinkholes, let's find out what are the 2 causes of it. So, these are the 2 causes of sinkholes. Sinkholes usually appear due to natural causes. However, human activities are also responsible for large surface depression. Natural causes. Natural causes of sinkholes includes underground water reserves, surface water levels, underlying limestone, and etc. The water movement under the ground causes the formation of large surface depression. Acid rain is also responsible for sinkhole formation because the chemical in rainwater dissolve soil minerals and sink down the soil, reaching bedrocks. Human activities cause sinkhole formation. These activities include mining, heavy machine work, the collapse of drain pipes, waste disposal under the ground, water leakage from pipes, overexploitation under the ground reserves, and extraction under the groundwater. How sinkholes are formed. A sinkhole is formed because of water erosion. Water erosion is a naturally occurring process in which water wears off soil and rocks.
Explanation. The upper layer of the soil comprises of sand and clay, etc., while the bottommost layer is called bedrock has rocks. Generally, sinkholes form in place where bedrock layer has rocks made up of limestone or dolomite. When rain falls, it seeps into the soil, reaching the bedrock. Over time, the water dissolves these rocks and thus erodes them, forming hollow cavities. As these cavities get bigger, the ceiling of the cavity, that is the upper layer of soil, cannot hold weight. Hence, they collapse, forming sinkholes.
Here are some of the famous sinkholes in the world. Southern thinking. The world's deepest sinkhole at somewhere between 1,677 and 2,172 feet deep. It is located in Fenji County of Chongqing municipality. The sinkhole, which is also known as the Heavenly Pit, was discovered in 1994. Nambi, found in northern territory of Australia. It is a hot spring-fed sinkhole that has an average temperature of about 90 degrees. Dense blue hole, one of the deepest water-filled sinkhole in the world that can be found in near Florence town on Long Island.
Effect and impact of sinkholes. Sinkholes are catastrophic in nature. The sudden movement of the ground creates problems not for environment but also for people, natural resource, and the government. Number 1. Economic losses. Sinkholes are responsible for huge economic losses. The damage to roads, highways, or any building cause economic loss. Number 2. Infrastructure destruction. Sinkholes destroy infrastructure such as buildings, residential homes, or any ground structure where they appear. Number 3. Loss of lives. Some types of sinkholes are extremely dangerous but result in loss of lives. These sinkholes are sudden and make large surface holes engulfing cars, homes, and etc. Environmental issues. Sinkholes are also treat the environmental sustainability. The groundwater reserves such as aquifers get full due to soil movement. Water quality is degraded by sinkholes. Soil erosion are accelerated due to sinkholes. Surface drainage increase. Water contamination. Number 5. Residential displacement. Sinkholes cause destruction of homes which results in residential displacement. People move towards other places due to formation of ground depressions.
A sinkhole is a very dangerous disaster, as we all know, because of the aforementioned effects on our lives. Hence, here are some of the tips and steps on how you can prepare for a disaster like this. First, be ready to evacuate your home at a moment notice if necessary. Most likely, you will have to leave immediately until it can be determined that you can safely return. Second, have a bug-out bag, emergency kit as well as the first aid kit ready. Third, create a family plan for where will you go and the meeting place in case you are separated. Fourth, prepare a bug-out binder that contains copies of important documents, especially insurance policies. And lastly, if you are in an area of sinkhole danger, contact your insurance company and ask about a coverage in the event of the sinkhole. If you are in a public area, evacuate immediately. Do not get too close to the sinkhole. Call emergency services if the hole is large and a risk to others. Raise awareness of other members of the public and ensure that others do not enter the area and around the sinkhole. If you are a residential area, evacuate immediately. Under no circumstances, enter your house again if structures are at risk of collapse. Do not get too close to the sinkhole. Call emergency services if the hole is large and at risk to others. Raise awareness of neighbors and other residents which could be at risk.
So, since a sinkhole is a natural or man-made disaster, we as human beings can do something to prevent and reduce the sinkholes forming. Number 1, check country offices, local or state geological surveys. Number 2, redirecting or blocking source of water. Number 3, avoid construction on wetlands. Number 4, seawater treatment. Number 5, recycling gray water runoffs. And number 6, avoid human activities that can form sinkholes such as old mines, leaky faucets, groundwater pumping, and aquifer system. So, this ends our topic. I hope you learned something new and gain more knowledge about sinkholes because sinkholes are uniquely kind of disaster. So, always be ready whenever a disaster is coming. Once again, I am Edjocel Jimenez,
Christine Rivera Reyes,
Gian Ezekiel, Ventura.
My name is Reymark Aquino.
I'm Florence Cabrito.
and we are the Group 1.